What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and this video is going to be about the group boss hybrid. Now, if you didn't know, Spec Ops 18 does have a group boss, and it's one of the best ways for farming silver. That's because you're rewarded with silver for all the damage you do to a group boss, whether it be your own or your allies. Now, you may be wondering, how do you get them to appear? Well, first off, you have to complete the first research. Next, you will see all of this dialogue that's been running, and after that's over, you'll be able to spawn your own hybrid and also fight them by visiting your allies' or friends' maps. You will also be given a task number 7 of 25, and that is to complete a fight against hybrid. Your own hybrid can be found on any Spec Op map, and then also you can fight him, like I said, by visiting your allies' maps. You'll know which friend's maps he appears on because you'll see his icon next to theirs. It will sort of be a split screen or split logo. After you complete this task, you'll get 10 sandboxes, so that will go towards unlocking the new character Sandman. This is what you'll see after you spawn your own hybrid. You'll see him on your Spec Op map, and there will be a countdown starting at 72 hours. Hybrid comes in different classes, and you may want to switch up your team depending on which class you face. Hybrid also has a large number of passive abilities. There's Damaging Tendrils. Attackers take damage when hitting hybrid with melee attacks. Hyper Awareness. Attacks against this character cannot be stealthy. Relentless. Symbiote Sense. Chance to perform a preemptive attack when attacked. Symbiote Weakness. So vulnerable to fire and sonic attacks. While burning, Damaging Tendrils no longer deal damage. And lastly, chance to remove debuffs each round. Resistant to dots if he's not burning, and only sonic attacks may be critical hits. So in the future, I'll try out all sorts of teams and different attacks, and I will make a video on each class. For this particular team up, I'm using the Hand of Kagetsuchi to apply burning and continually apply burning. I also decided to try Deadpool and Sabretooth for follow-up attacks and potentially large damage. This team up does pretty decent in this particular fight against hybrid, but I will tell you I've come up with other teams that do much more damage. One team up I like against hybrid of pretty much any class happens to be Fandral and Pestilence Beast. With them I use the entire Horseman set, and after all the debuffs are in place, No Mercy can still do something like 62 to 64,000 damage non-crit. Another hero I really want to try out, and I will the next time I see hybrid, happens to be Black Bolt. Black Bolt's two biggest attacks are Whisper and Power Word, and they both happen to be ranged sonic attacks. This means they're capable of critting, and maybe will do major damage to hybrid. It's definitely something I intend to find out. Also, of course, you could build a team around people who have fire damage, something like Human Torch and Sunfire. So basically what I'm saying is this is just the tip of the iceberg, and I'll try to make a video at least for each of the classes of hybrid. Currently 289,000 silver is my max, and that happened to be with Fandral and Pestilence. This particular fight turns out pretty well, but it doesn't go exactly as planned. All in all, hybrid seems to be a pretty interesting group boss. He doesn't do too much damage to where he'd be overpowered, at least not in my opinion. But he also doesn't take damage to where he'd be too easy to beat. Remember, when you are fighting your own, you should limit yourself in damage, and also don't continuously go back to fight him. Instead, let your allies deal with him, that way they can fight him for free, and they'll help you defeat him. Hopefully they will do the same in return. This will save you the 10 energy and 20 unstable ISO 8 that it costs you to fight him. You do, however, need to do that initial damage in order to get 10 lockboxes once he's defeated. That also brings me to another courtesy tip. Try not to immediately collect your lockboxes once your group boss is defeated. This can allow more of your allies to get a chance to fight your group boss and gain silver and rewards for themselves. Now, as we come to the end of the boss fight, he's actually going to flee. You only get a certain amount of rounds to do damage before the boss will flee the battle. Once the group boss gets to this point, the next attack that deals damage will make him leave. I figured it was about time for this hybrid to check out, so I went ahead and looked, and what it says in pretty big text is hybrid will escape this round. Rather than risk a low damage attack, I go ahead and recharge with Deadpool, and I decide on using the Atom Smasher. So let's see how much damage and percentage we can knock off. It looks like 77k and he's down to 4%. That's pretty close, but unfortunately we didn't get to finish him, so we don't get an extra reward. What we do get is 239,000 silver. And that's why farming the group boss happens to be one of the best ways to gain silver for training in the game. But that will be it for our first fight with the Infiltrator group boss hybrid. I'll be posting more videos of different methods against other classes very soon. Lastly, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, good luck, and take care.